I'm in a quaint town that's home to one of Japan's top 3 hot springs for radiant skin and a rich green tea culture. But this is what I'm really here for.
1, 2, 3, freeze! Let's go!
This is the only professional baseball club in Japan stocked with 70% non-Japanese players. I'm Rozz, a self-confessed travel junkie, and I'm back on another adventure to seek out Singaporeans abroad who are achieving extraordinary feats.
The concert is a celebration, it's a festival.
This is one that really feels like my calling.
If I get to a higher level, more people will start noticing.
My first stop, Urishino in southwest Japan, where a Singaporean baseball player is making strides in one of Japan's professional leagues. Eleazar plays for the Saga Indonesia Dreams, the first pro baseball club in Saga Prefecture. The team competes in one of Japan's 8 independent leagues. Today, they're heading out to Miyazaki City for an away game against the Miyazaki Sunshines, who had previously beaten them twice. Hello, Ellie!
Oh. Wow, nice to meet you. Okay, so what's your role for this game?
In this team, I'm actually a pitcher.
Okay, I gotta admit to you right now, I have zero clue what baseball is. Just treat me like a 5-year-old. How would you explain baseball to me?
I think it would be easier if I draw it for you.
Okay.
So baseball, we actually play on a baseball field called a diamond. So this is called the infield, and what goes beyond that is called the outfield. Baseball consists of 9 players on the field. The pitcher will play in the middle, and we have a catcher, and we have a first base, second base, third base, shortstop, as well as 3 outfielders. So this is the defensive position of a baseball team.
Okay.
So then you have your opponents, right? So the opposing team, there will be one batter over here, and the pitcher will throw the ball, and batter will hit the ball onto the field. So for example, if he hits the ball to shortstop, shortstop will have to get the ball and throw to first base before the batter reaches first base.
So then what is the goal of the game?
For the offensive team, the goal of the game is to advance from home to first, to second, to third, and then come back home, and then you will score 1 point.
How confident are you in winning this game?
We have players from all over the world. First time coming together, all the language barriers as well as like different style of plays. It was hard to gel everyone together at the start. But now, after months of training, the whole chemistry fits really nicely. So we're really prepared.
I've always known Japan to be a baseball-loving country, so I wasn't expecting this. Only one Saga Dreams fan in this 2,000-seater stadium.
You know, when I was watching baseball in the United States, it was just huge stadium packed to the brim with people. But here it's just like super empty, and I'm wondering why.
Well, actually, there are still a big fan of baseball here in Japan. For example, NPB, which is the national baseball in Japan, they have a big fan. So this league itself is just 2 years old, you know, so we are in the process of gaining fans at the moment.
Eleazar is the substitute player for this game, ready to replace the starting pitcher if he isn't performing. I'm meeting Ryoji Katsuki. He manages the Dreams and calls the shots on Ellie's playtime.
I wonder what qualities you see in Eleazar that would be perfect for the team in Japan.
もちろん身体的な、サイズの大きさもありますし、あとは何ていうんですかね、そのアグレッシブさ含めてあとストイックさ、一番将来性は感じるなっていうふうには思いました。
As a pitcher, how does Ellie's standards compare to a pro pitcher in the National League?
エリーの場合はまだまだ経験が、日本の選手は小学校、中学校、高校、アマチュアで、トップレベルの選手が NPB 行くので、そのところはまだ経験をしてないので、このドリームズでそういうところを経験しながら選手としても今レベルで NPB のレベルでいうとまだまだなんですけども、これを経験をしていってレベルアップしていくと。
All right, so the game has ended. I'm going to find Ellie to get his post-match thoughts. Ellie! Ellie! Where's Ellie? Where's Ellie? Ellie! Okay, the match has ended. What just happened?
We played a game for about like 3 hours. Unfortunately, we lost.
Hand to heart, did you all think that you had a chance of winning today?
Honestly, today everyone went in really confident. So we really wanted to win today. But I think it's anyone's ball game. Yeah, the ball is round. So today they played better.
The next day, I meet the team at their home base on their day off, where they gather for a classic local activity, a free public foot bath. The club has a unique mission to grow the sport in regions where baseball is still developing. Of the 22 players, 15 are top national athletes from abroad who were scouted during international tournaments. How receptive are the local Japanese people to you guys, being from all over the world?
I guess at first their expectations of us were low.
Yeah.
But after the first few times they see us play and practice together, they were left with quite a good impression.
Why did you decide to leave your homes to come play in Japan?
All of us from Southeast Asia, there's no baseball career after college for many young players in such a country where baseball's a minority. When there's like an international tournament, especially when we're older, some of us had to sacrifice our jobs, so time off work.
Sri Lanka next time focus the team, player, 5 players, originally. Maybe Sri Lanka will go small, so that in half Sri Lanka only player.
Not many people know that there is baseball in Singapore. If I get to a higher level, more people will start noticing there's going to be a baseball stadium in Singapore. So just nice when I'm here, I learn a lot from the team, how my team is able to engage with the community, bring the community together through baseball.
And everyone here can come to Singapore for
Yeah.
a while. Yeah.
So after having a baseball stadium, can finally host a baseball tournament.
The Dreams are in their debut season as an associate member of the Kyushu Asia League as they strive for full membership in 2025. Which means instead of the regular 76-game schedule, they're only playing 26 games this season. But that's still almost twice the number of matches Eleazar plays with the Singapore national team per year.
So how many hours do you train a day?
So for each training practice, we usually train about 4 to 5 hours. We don't have gym, so we don't have gym training. We try to compensate it by doing our own as much as we can with whatever resources we have.
Is that normal for teams?
It's pretty normal for most independent league teams because the Japanese who are playing baseball in the independent league, they have to cover their housing, they have to pay for their cars, electricity bills. Apart from baseball, they still have to do their part-time jobs. But thankfully, we don't have to do that. Our house is provided, water is provided, so it's sustainable. So right now, money-wise, not as glamorous, extravagant, but it's still doable.
After the morning's field practice, it's time for lunch. While Ellie's lodging is free, his meals aren't provided.
Usually, like when I get my pay and then I'm feeling a little bit richer, I'll get egg mayo sandwich with a fried chicken cutlet.
Okay,
but
today.
payday not coming yet, so shrimp mayonnaise onigiri. You need to say itadakimasu before you eat.
Itadakimasu. Where does your team stand in terms of rankings in Japan?
Can use coins to show like the value. At the highest tier, there's the NPB, Nippon Professional Baseball. The value of the players are really high, so that means that their salary is much higher. And then next up, there's the minor leagues, which is like the second tier. And then next, there's the independent league, which I'm in. And next up, there's the amateur league. They call it like company team. So in each company in Japan, they will have like a baseball team.
Wow, it's so competitive in Japan. So how then do you go from your independent league up to here, to the nationals?
So to get to the NPB, they will scout players from these two leagues. Recently, from my league, I think 2 people got called up to the NPB.
Is that your goal then, to get scouted up?
Usually for local Japanese players, right, by 24, if they don't get caught up, they know that their chances of going to the NPB is like close to 0.
Okay, and you're 24 this year?
Yeah, 24 this year. It's really hard, yeah.
Well, what I find hard is the daily 6:30 a.m. roll call at his dormitory, which unfortunately Eleazar has invited me to the next morning.
Good morning, selamat pagi, ohayo gozaimasu. Okay, cleaning time, equipment baseball put in the bus. Okay, that's it.
Oh, wow, very tiny space. My elbows are like knocking everywhere. So, why are you doing chores so early in the morning?
At the end of the day, like 15 guys live in this house, so day to day, if we don't clean up, a lot of junk and it will just get very dirty. So it's everyone's responsibility to like clean up the house. So we have like a schedule where we allocate like different rooms for different areas of the house. So for today, I'm in charge of the kitchen.
Wow, the kitchen looks like proper work.
Players from like Sri Lanka, Indonesia, Philippines, they do like heavy duty cooking. So the next day in the morning is the worst to clean the kitchen. Yeah.
So, I know this is a very sensitive question. What is your salary like here?
I can't really disclose it, but like just between me and you.
What? That's like half of what I got when I was an intern. Oh my.
But it's fine, day-to-day life, if you don't spend too much on unnecessary things, just like groceries and essentials, you can get by.
What do you deem as unnecessary?
Traveling.
That is necessary, my friend! My friend!
If you stay within the city itself, it's fine.
Oh my god, you're killing me. That sounds like a torture. Huh? You need to clean out all the crumbs first, huh?
No, you just push it down and later we'll sweep it and mop the floor. It's fine.
You know what this kitchen is lacking?
What?
It's kitchen towels, bro.
They are quite expensive.
What? Oh my god.
Strong wind.
This window's not gonna cave, is it?
No, it's fine.
Okay. What did you give up to be here, man?
I gave up my stable job in the RSAF, came to a place full of like natural disasters all year round. A typhoon is coming. I'm not too sure what to expect because like they say strong wind, but how strong can the wind be? Apparently it's gonna be like one of the worst typhoons you're gonna experience.
Unfortunately, Typhoon Shanshan weakened as it made landfall, passing Urashino at 137 kilometers per hour. And that means throwing practice resumes for Eleazar. The much dreaded typhoon turned out to be slower than the MPV's average fastball velocity of 146 kilometers per hour.
To be a good pitcher, you need what? Speed and clearly accuracy and distance.
First and foremost, I think the most important thing is controlling the ball.
Okay.
Getting the ball to where you want the catcher to catch.
Okay.
Yeah. Make sure that your body is in line to where you want to throw. You want to get your arm up as use it as a target. Imagine like a catapult and just like this and just go. Okay, so I'm going to show you once.
Let me get out of the way.
To make things basic, I'm just going to start off like this and just go.
How is that basic?
So this is the first step.
Okay.
So just make sure that your fingers are on the seams. They call this a seam. Put your 2 fingers here and make it comfortable. Yeah, and just...
You throw from these 3 fingers?
Yeah.
So it's like this?
Yep.
Like this?
Yeah.
This is so embarrassing.
At the start, you want to keep your weight at the back and then transfer your energy forward to your front foot.
Theoretically, I know what to do, but let's see how it works, okay? In practical. Okay, like
Okay,
this.
It's fine. You just have to slowly trial and error.
How do I get a ball to go further?
You want to create spin, right?
Yeah.
To let the ball carry itself. And then just like this, and just let the ball carry itself.
Oh, you're actually spinning. So now not only do I have to throw, I have to spin this ball in the air. Okay, let's try this.
Slap his face.
Slap his face.
Yeah.
It doesn't help that he's got a very good looking face as well. Okay.
Yes. Yes, very good, very good.
Okay. How have you progressed from the start till now?
In Singapore, we don't really have a pitching coach. Most of the things I learned in Singapore is like through YouTube and through my seniors. At the start, I was really struggling because you just know that the Japanese are good. Every time I go up, they will hit my ball, and halfway through, the team manager actually talked to me and said like, oh, okay, this is gonna be your last chance. Yeah, so he didn't define what last chance means.
So just a few months in Japan, you were already threatened with being cut.
At the end of the day, you gotta understand that this is pro ball. So if you don't perform, you're of no value to the team. It's just business, right? Thankfully, with the support of my friends and my coaches, I'm still here. My coaches are ex-pros, so whatever they've learned when they were in their prime, they teach me everything. So I just try to learn as much.
So how far have you come since playing baseball in Singapore?
Previously, when I first started off, when I was 18, I was throwing like 117 kilometers per hour, and that's very, very slow. The norm in the pros is like 140 and above.
And now?
And now I'm throwing 134.
What?
After covering the basics, I'm ready to hit the open field to experience what it's like to throw in a game setting. Ellie's demonstration, without full power, reached a speed of 124 kilometers per hour. I'm sure I can manage at least half of that. Oh, maybe more.
What's my speed?
43.
So, what does baseball mean to you?
Baseball has been part of my life since I was 7, so without baseball, I don't know what I would do. Since I was young, I've been having family problems. The typical parents issue,
Meaning they argue.
They don't get along well. And so as a way for me to escape from whatever's going on at home and from reality, I just, use baseball as a distraction.
Why baseball?
I started since I was 7. My sisters got me into playing softball before. When I was 16, my national team got disbanded. And so I had no avenue to play at a higher level. So I decided to try out for baseball. And ever since then, I never looked back. Yeah, So this is my older sister, second, third, and that's me. When I was young, I was always looking up to them. I just always like stick to them because like they have to take turns taking care of me. Yeah. One big reason why I'm like so stressed out all the time is finances, right? So they always told me like, you ever needed money, we are just like one text away. My elder sister told me like the best time to be broke is now. So after she told me that, I didn't look back. Yeah.
She sounds like a pretty cool chick, man. Do you think she would pick up the phone if we call her now?
Let's try. Yeah.
Hi!
Hi, Jising.
So Ellie mentioned that you pushed him towards this opportunity. I mean, like, why?
So he really wanted to sign on with RSAF at one point because he felt like he wouldn't succeed academically in uni. But, I just think that there are a lot of other paths out there. And when this opportunity came up, I don't think it just came up because he was lucky, but because he really put his heart into baseball and, nurturing the connections with people from different countries as he goes on his tournaments.
How then do you feel about Ellie being here in Japan playing pro baseball?
It's very surreal. I have people asking me all the time, like, oh, is that your brother? Like, you always see people at the very, very pinnacle of the sport. But there are a lot that goes into being an athlete and just seeing how he's given up so much, especially material comfort. He has to scrimp and save and try to figure out how to eat enough protein while not spending too much money. I really am so proud to say you're my brother and you're definitely all grown up. Why am I crying?
It's on camera. You crying is gonna stick with you for life.
Oh yeah, he'll cry when he's alone in the toilet.
I really need to go now, so I will see you real soon back home. Bye!
Bye-bye.
Baseball is going to be put back in the Olympics in 2028 in Los Angeles. Any plans to represent Singapore then?
Olympics is a far target for us, but we're really trying to focus for the upcoming SEA Games. Baseball will be a sport that is going to be included. Everyone's really working very hard to achieve a gold medal for the country.